guys. As the tour host, you're responsible for setting the meeting place address, and I wanted to show you how to do that in this video. When you open up the Indigo Sky app, of course, you're going to see that it's split into My Tours and Realtor Tours. The My Tours is the section where you have committed to hosting the tour. In this case, I'm signed in as Jody Winters. And she has committed to hosting the Central Mesa A tour on July 15th, starting at 8:45 a.m. So for Jody, as the host, it's her responsibility to go ahead and set the meeting place address. And you do that by opening up the tour. What I always do is I go ahead and look at all the homes in tour. Right now we've got 7 homes in tour. And I like to select a home that does not have a unit. Reason for that is the unit usually means it's a condo or townhome, and both of those type of homes don't have very good parking spaces, or they may be gated communities. In this case, 910 South 21st Street, Mesa. That looks like a good option to go ahead and set as a meeting place address. I went ahead and took that address, I put it into Google Maps, and in Google Maps, I went ahead and looked at the 360-degree view option to see how much parking there was around this home. And after I did that, I saw that there's plenty of street parking. Reason for that is since we're going to have 7 homes in tour, probably 2 sponsors and co-sponsors, maybe 1 or 2 guests, that potentially could be 10 to 12 different cars. And if we're in a neighborhood that doesn't have a lot of parking space, then that causes the problem. The second thing is, since we're going to be carpooling, we're going to need space to leave probably 5 or 6 cars back in this community. So you want to select a home that has plenty of parking space and doesn't have a gate. I also went ahead and called up Sarah Kruger, who's a listing agent, and I asked her if it's okay to make her listing be the meeting place address, and she did say yes. So 910 South 21st Street is going to be a meeting place address. The way you do that is, if you notice, right now the meeting place address shows to be decided. And so if I tap on this little button here where it says set meeting place, and I click on it, okay, it shows me a list of all of the homes on tour. I tap on 910 South 21st Street, and it's automatically setting that as a meeting place address. It's also rerouting all of the homes so that we have the most efficient travel route. You also saw the pop-up that came up where I received an email as one of the tour participants that the meeting place for the Central Mesa A home tour has been set and updated to 910 South 21st Street. Everyone on tour received this email. And this is an automated feature we have so that you as a host sponsor don't have to worry about reaching out and updating everyone. I want to point out a couple of other features about the Indigo Sky app. First thing, if you notice where it says Sarah's listing, the first listing, if you notice, her listing doesn't have any information. It doesn't have the bedrooms, bathrooms, square feet, or the gate code. And the reason for that is we are not tied to the MLS. We ask that each agent, when they first arrive at the meeting place address, the host tells everyone, hey, please click on the edit listing portion of your listing and update the bedrooms, bathrooms, square feet, and also the gate code. It's also going to ask for what the list price is. So I just want to show you what that looks like. So if I click on edit listing right now, okay, now it's going to ask for the list price. And I have the MLS in front of me, and I'm going to go ahead and enter that information. Okay, the list price is $619,900. Square feet is 1534. Bedrooms are 3 bedrooms. Bathrooms are 2. One technical item that we're working on right now, it only allows the bathrooms to be whole numbers. We are going to update it so it has 2.5 bathrooms, but right now we don't have that. Don't worry about the status. And gate code would be just any gate code that there may be for the community. In this case, Sarah doesn't have a gate code. And then I can click on submit. Okay, now it updated it in this app. It also updated it for everyone. So as a tour host at the beginning of the tour, just reach out to everyone and tell them, hey, please open up your app, scroll down to your listing, click on the edit listing button and update your listing information. This way, everyone has the basic information needed in order to provide feedback on the home. A couple of other things I want to go ahead and highlight for you. Sometimes you may have an agent that says, hey, I can't be the second home on tour because the sellers, well, it could be anything. They have to take the kids to school or their dogs can't get up that early or whatever. So, for example, 3345 East University Drive, Unit 2, listing Edie might say, hey, I would love to be on a home tour, but I can't have my listing be the second home. It has to actually be after 10 a.m. And so we have a feature where what you can do is click on the reorder button right there. And then you can, as a host, move the listing to a different location. I'm not going to do that here because it's going to script the tour and there's a live tour, but that's how you do that. Okay. If you notice, every listing also has an X at the top right-hand corner. That is to delete someone from the tour. You're invariably going to have an agent that's going to reach out to you and say, hey, I forgot about the tour. I can't be there. Or they're going to say, honestly, they're just not going to show up. And usually what I do is I do a roll call when everyone is at the first home on tour. So I reach out to everyone. Hey, Sarah, are you there? Great, Sarah's there. Edie, are you there? Great. Jill, is Jill here? No. Okay, I guess Jill's not here. Let's wait for her. AJ, is AJ there? No. In fact, I know for a fact AJ won't be there for tomorrow's tour. I've left her here because I want the host to be able to delete her. And I wanted to show it in this video on how to do that. Brian, hey, Brian, is Brian here? Yeah, Brian's here. Sharon's here. Phyllis is here. Great. Everyone's here, but AJ is not. So I need to delete her from the tour. Because if I don't do that, then people are going to end up accidentally going to 1660 North 59th Street. And so to delete someone from the tour, it's very easy to do. The host, all they have to do is click on the X at the top right hand of their listing. And so that little X button that's next to 1660 North 59th Street, when I tap on it, okay. And it'll say, are you sure you want to remove this address? Understand, if you remove it, you can't add them back. I click yes. And there you go. AJ has been deleted. So now we have 6 homes on tour. It's still a great tour. And we're ready for the tour. At the very bottom, if you notice, it says View Realtors. As a host, as a co-sponsor, and even as a realtor, you have access to everyone that was on tour. And we did that for the sponsors and co-sponsors so you can easily reach out to everyone on tour. Tell them thank you so much for being on tour. You can email them by just clicking on any of these. If it's in orange, it is a clickable or it's a button that does something else. So if I was to click on Sarah's number right now, it would automatically dial out to her. And I don't want to do that right now. And it's also available for the realtors because we want to allow the realtors to communicate with others on the tour to ask them maybe a question they had. So for instance, if I have a listing on tour and I notice Edie made a comment which I don't understand, I can always go ahead and call Edie and say, hey, Edie, what did you mean by this one comment you made? Or can you clarify that a little bit more for me? But again, the goal for this app is we want to increase the communication with the agents and co-sponsors. Anyway, that is a quick overview of how you change the meeting place. If you notice, if I wanted to change it again, let's say Sarah was to call me and say, "Hey, Deepak, I can't make I can't make it to the tour at last minute. I had an emergency, or oh my God, something happened to sellers and they've asked to not be the meeting place address." Normally that would stress everyone out because everyone is showing up at Sarah's listing. Well, you can change a meeting place address again. The way you do that is tap on change meeting place address. You select another home that you're going to make as a meeting place address. And again, the app will automatically send out an updated email updating everyone as to where the new meeting place address is. Of course, this is the live tour and I don't want to do that right now, so I'm not going to do that. And I'm clicking out of that. Anyway, if you have any questions, please give us a call. We've tried to add features to Indigo Sky App to make your job as the host, as the co-sponsors, as easy as possible. But let us know what you think about this. And if there's ever any suggestions that you have about Indigo Sky or our app, please let us know. We'd love to go ahead and implement those into our app. Thank you for supporting us. Have a great day and happy hunting. Bye-bye.